As part of effort to improve the infrastructural facilities through build, operate and transfer in the Nigerian universities, the Minister of Education, Malam Ibrahim Shakarawo, has promised to work with the Nigerian universities in the area of infrastructural development. The minister made the promise during an inspection visit to ascertain the level of the ongoing projects in the campus. The minister, while praising the university management, said the present administration is working very hard to improve educational standards in the country through the building of a conducive environment for learning and other academic activities.
I have seen physically what I read in the papers in the office, various reports. I have read about the abandoned projects. We've seen about 4 abandoned projects that were started about 6 years ago. And I think this is what we actually want to discourage. Even though they said the problem was failure to continue release of funds is most unfortunate. I'm sure by the time you come to complete this project, it's likely going to be entirely a different story as far as the costing is concerned. But apart from that, which is an inherited problem, we can say that all other things are going on very well.
Earlier, the Vice Chancellor of University of Abuja, Professor Adigu Michael, in his remarks, said the university needs about 3 billion naira to complete projects in various stages within the campus.
Some of them, contractors, after some time, because of the devaluation of currency, they will ask for variation. And when you are not forthcoming, they have no alternative than to abandon such projects. No, we have told the minister to grant us some funds to enable us complete those structures. It is not good sight to come to the campus and you see abandoned structures. Eventually, we have to focus on them and ensure that they are completed. One, we lack space. Secondly, government talks about access to education. In other words, there should be more space for our students. You have space in the classroom and you don't have where they will sleep. It's a problem.
Earlier in the day, the minister visited the newly built Network Monitoring Center of the Nigerian Research and Education Network. From Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.
A socio-political organization known as Ibom Consolidated Assembly has endorsed the governorship candidature of Senator Ellen Eswene in the forthcoming governorship election in Akwa Ibom State. At the inauguration of the executive of the Abuja chapter of the organization, the national coordinator of ICAD, Otib Etiebe, said the endorsement of Senator Eswene was the outcome of the result gotten from consultation carried out in the 19 out of the 31 local government council in Akwa Ibom State within the last 2 months.
And experiences, integrity, professionalism, modernization, flexibility, and tolerance to embrace constructive criticism. Senator Ellen Eswene, a performer, an achiever, a renowned and credentialed public servant, and manager, an agent, an apostle of transformation.
Speaking at the occasion, the People Democratic Party governorship aspirant Ellen Eswene asked the people of Akwa Ibom State to elect people that are competent into the elective offices in the forthcoming general elections.
I want to say here that the issue of governance is a very serious affair. It is a business that should be left in the hands of people that have been tested and tried and approved. Because a lot depends on the head, on the leadership. It's the leader that determines what happens to the flock. And so, I present myself to the people of Akwa Ibom State as one seeking the #1 office of that state.
Also, Senator Ellen Eswene explained that she asked what it required to govern Akwa Ibom State come 2015.
I am well read, I have the experience, have been a public sector player. I have also worked in the private sector, I am now in the legislature, so I've gathered enough experience to assist me to govern that state.
There are 28 aspirants who are contesting to succeed Governor Godswill Akpabio come 2015. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
Reactions have continued to trail the recent South-South rally of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State and the reassertion of Chief Tommy Kimi back to the party from the APC. Speaking with Ben TV in an exclusive interview, the People's Democratic Party chairman in Edo State, Dan Obi, said that the coming of Chief Tommy Kimi and other APC members into the PDP is a sign that the people are tired of the lies and media noise of the ruling party in the state, stressing that the All Progressive Congress in the state has been using propaganda as a tool of governance to deceive the people.
Ikimi and others leaving the APC to join PDP is certainly a plus for PDP and a minus for APC. But more importantly, what is going to win us the next election is our consistent constructive criticism of the Adams Oshomoli's government. We've been able to expose him to the electorate as a very fraudulent governor. In actual fact, we have disconnected that government from the electorate. The teachers are not happy with him. The workers are not happy. The ordinary people in the streets, even students, are not happy with him. Way back in the 70s, you can walk into a home in Benin City and you turn on the tap. Water will be flowing from the public water works. But today, anywhere you go to in Benin, if you must have water in a home, you must drill a borehole. Adams so far has succeeded in using propaganda as an instrument of government. But those on ground will tell you that there is nothing in Edo State today to show for the noise that is coming from the government that is currently in power in Edo State.
Dan Obi, you also accused the governor of spending taxpayers' money on frivolous jamboree trips and foreign picnic, said that the PDP will provide an alternative for the people of Edo State in the next general elections.
We cannot compare his government with Lucky Benedio's government. If he feels that Lucky failed as a governor, why should he be comparing the lack of performance we are describing his government to be with that of Lucky? 8 years of Lucky's government, all that he got as allocation from the federal government, Adams got that amount in less than 2 years of his tenure. So there are two different eras. And if you look at what the governor is claiming that he has spent on repairing roads in Edo State, you will ask yourself the question, where exactly did he spend this money? In fact, this government itself is a challenge to the people of Edo State. How do you explain a government claiming to spend as much as 30-something billion on the so-called Benin stormwater project? And if it rains in Benin today for just 15 minutes, it's flood. You will be confronted with flood.
He therefore enjoined the people to massively vote for the People's Democratic Party to bring closer the dividend of democracy. I am Festus Ejiroge Nefife.
The national president of the National Association of Nigerian Traders, Ken Ukoha, has urged the government to put machinery in place that would enable the micro, small and medium enterprises fund gets to its intended target. President Goodluck Jonathan had in August launched a fund that would enable MSMEs easy access to finance. In an interview with Ben TV, Ukoha, while insisting that the effort is commendable, urged the government to liaise with commercial banks for the policy to be a success. According to him, Since the MSME sector controls a large chunk of businesses, channeling the fund will be the major challenge of government.
Now, assessing funds in Nigeria has remained a Herculean task. And I want to say that this is one thing that we are looking at, looking pretty at, the new CBN governor, to see how we can circumvent this particular problem, which has always been there. How do we make these funds accessible to the right target? A large chunk of the funds are always assessed by those who are working within these facilities, by the government sector, by government public servants themselves. Is there a policy in hand to ensure that this thing is operationalized in a way that the target beneficiaries, they are the real people that get there? This is one question that needs to be answered.
The NANS president argued that instead of channeling the agriculture funds through commercial banks, business management organizations provide a better channel as they are closer to the smallholder farmers who have found it difficult to access the funds. Okoha said that since agriculture is seasonal, the government should also make the disbursement of the funds seasonal so that it can benefit small-scale farmers.
Banks in Nigeria are always looking at the profiteering aspect of, banking. The banks here, of course I realize, I recognize the fact that they are profit-oriented, yes. They are private sector driven, yes. And therefore would want to be, would want to remain profit, maximizing in their nature. Oh yes, their character. However, I think there is an aspect that has been forgotten. One is their responsibility, corporate social responsibility to the people. The banks are not doing well in that aspect. The second thing is in the area of getting involved in the economy. They are only looking at the banking sector, financial sector only. No, that is wrong. In fact, in other climes, especially developed world, the banking sector becomes the hub of the economy because they help funds to circulate within the economy, and that's why governments have the right to regulate them. And in regulating them, government ensures that these banks pull out funds to service other sectors of the economy, and then the wheel of the progress of the economy will have no friction.
The National Association of Nigerian Traders is saddled with the responsibility to promoting trade and economic advancement and championing the rights of entrepreneurs through strategic programs and policy interventions. Awesome Raffle, Ben TV, Abuja.